round two debate. Hound is fighting for Deadpool 1, and Shawn is fighting for Logan. The audio is back because I don't have my mic, but whatever. Let's just do this. All right, heads or tails, Shawn?
Heads or tails for me?
Yeah. Which one?
Such a hard decision. Can I pick middle?
Didn't you do this last week?
Third option. Tails.
Tails. Okay. Let's flip the coin. Yeah, it's tails.
So what does that mean?
Wait, didn't you just select tails?
You choose first or second.
I'll choose second.
Okay, so you're gonna let Hound go first?
Yep.
And just a quick reminder, this is for the title. Shawn is putting his title on the line.
Yep.
True.
It is a great moment in sports.
We've had like a 10-minute notice on this argument, so they do not have anything ready.
Yeah, so it's an impromptu title match.
Happens all the time in WWE.
Yep.
But WWE sucks. This is gonna be good shit like Ring of Honor.
This is gonna be a fucking massacre.
All right, and we're clear with the rules, right?
If Hound interrupts me, we ban him for 20 years.
I learned that the hard way.
If Shawn interrupts me, he's out for a day.
He's making the rules now.
Hound, sweetheart. I'm actually good at the rules, and I know how to work it.
Yeah, he literally beat me because of the rules.
True.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways, yeah.
Hound, make your point. Go.
All right. Deadpool 1 is one of the greatest Marvel movies ever made. Like, seriously. Fox and Ryan Reynolds, Tim Miller, and the other writers got this character so perfect in his first movie. His first movie that he's ever appeared in, he knocked it out of the park. Wolverine's first solo movie, Wolverine X-Men, that movie was a complete shit show. And
hold on one second. You can't compare the movies right now. You just make the point for Deadpool 1 right now. Rebuttal comes second.
He compared the wrong movie. He's not fighting for Origin. He's fighting for Logan, dumbass.
I'm just saying that Deadpool had like a better chance than Logan.
Okay, so you do that in the second one. Just focus on Deadpool 1 right now. So go.
Okay. And I feel like they captured the character of Deadpool so perfectly with Ryan Reynolds, his charisma and his jokes and the way he just acts in that movie. It's just all around perfect. It's literally Deadpool from the comics, like brought to the big screen, like 100%. And the suit is perfect. It looks awesome. They perfectly translated the comic version of the suit to the movies into a nice blend. When you think a Deadpool suit wouldn't really work, especially if you look at the first solo suit he wore. Anyways, the music is just on point throughout that movie. The movie has no boring parts. All the jokes are on point, and it just has a nice flow. It brings you here, there, and Deadpool has a nice arc, and his girlfriend also has kind of like a fun time. Ajax is a wonderful villain who brings some like nuance to the movie and some great like new stuff that we've never really seen before. And Deadpool was the first ever R-rated Marvel movie, and it succeeded because it was an R-rated movie, and because of that, it paved the way for other movies. And that's it.
Got it. All right. Shawn, you're up for Logan. Go.
Just to be clear, this is on which movie is better?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is quite simple. Logan personified a different type of Marvel movie and changed the game on what truly a superhero movie can be involved with. This was one of the first movies that had literally a scene where a whole family is just sitting at a dinner table and eating, and because it takes the twist of such dark and action and violence, and it puts on the subtle things in real life. And they take Hugh Jackman, who unlike most people who are cast in Marvel movies, and he can only relate to very few people who literally are personified by their characters. Like when you think Hugh Jackman, boom, Logan. They take him in the most extreme of his role as Old Man Logan, where he's being poisoned, and they used a rated R element to create such a gritty, violent, and just stunning movie. When I saw this in the theater with Ziggler, it created such an extreme we've never seen in an X-Men movie that truly brought out the true character of Wolverine, not a held back, watered down version in the PG-13 movies. Um, they had an excellent score. They had amazing editing, and they also have a black and white version that brings out the true horror and the true action and sadness and emotion in this movie. You have the death of Logan and Charles Xavier, and I guess you can count Caliban, rest in peace, uh, that are major deaths into the X Men universe, and they created such a real feel to things when they had um, innocent members getting killed, and when Charles has the seizures that all everyone around is affecting, not just the main characters. They actually include the rest of the cast, and and like I said, they actually show a true version that we've been waiting for of Wolverine, the violent, the gritty, the unhinged, the just brutal, like just stabbing people in the face, going to the throat, decapitating, and they hit the knot perfect in this movie, which also got nominated for Oscars, an Oscar as well, I think, Oscar, Grammy, whatever. And they also add elements of the comic into introducing his daughter, and they had a beautiful cast in making a insane uh, X12. I forget her. I forget her thing, but Laura. It's and they make her one of the most badass.
X-23.
X-23. Yeah, that's right. Um, they make her one of the most badass kids to ever grace a movie screen. Like Hit Girl, eat your heart out. Literally, Laura is one of the perfect castings for a child of Wolverine, and just a phenomenal movie. Really gets you in the heart in his death, and just beautifully written. And the ending, where the music hit at the perfect time, where they hit the cross turned into the X, truly makes just finally hit you one more shot in the gut to make you cry. Because after this movie, me and Ziggler were bawling our eyes out way more than fucking Endgame. Honestly, we were fucking going. Oh man, uh, yeah. So that's it.
Sounds good. All right. Hound, your counter to what Shawn just said.
Deadpool is the only reason why we got a rated R Wolverine movie. Without Deadpool, we would never have a Logan movie at all. I'm sorry, but we would have no Logan movie at all. We would have had another PG-13 Blood Wolverine movie. But because of the success of Deadpool, and just because that movie was just so great, it was because it the success of Deadpool is what made Logan possible. And the Deadpool movie has so many amazing jokes that just keeps you laughing and laughing, even years after you've been even if you watch the movie 10 times, you still laugh at all the jokes Deadpool makes, and the opening credits are just a sight to behold because No movie's ever done something like that, and Deadpool broke the mold with that. And they even made jokes about it in the credits. And what other movie could you say you've seen that from? No, no movie at all. No movie. And Deadpool just breaks the mold, and especially with the marketing they did with Deadpool was unprecedented. The billboards, the commercials, the YouTube videos were just on point for Deadpool's character, and Ryan Reynolds shines in this role. This is the best thing Ryan Reynolds has ever done, besides his family stuff, whatever. And so just because Ryan Reynolds just loved the character of Deadpool so much. I mean, he tried to make this movie for years, like maybe 10 plus years or something. Then it got leaked. Then it finally got made because the fans loved it so much, and because, uh, yeah, and just because a movie is black and white doesn't make it automatically better. Because it's just a filter. A filter doesn't make a movie better. I can put Deadpool in black and white and watch it and feel the exact same way. It doesn't make you feel anything else just because it's black and white. That makes no real sense. And the other characters, just they expand on the X-Men universe just more with Colossus, and the perfect version of Colossus, by the way, with the Russian accent, and his body is actually like steel. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, a character we have never seen before in uh TV shows, animated or even movies, and they nailed her on her first try, which is a sight to behold. How many times you can say a movie where they accurately portrayed a character so perfectly? Not really that much. If you can probably think of some, but it's not really that much. And this movie is just it really is just a perfect movie. There are no problems with this movie at all. And Logan just like it's a fine movie at best. And Deadpool even opened up the credits because Deadpool is just that good of a movie. If with uh the Stan Lee cameo in the beginning, and the action is also great. Have you seen the action? This movie is so like with the and with the swords and stuff and cutting off heads. It's like something you've never really seen before, and the way the way the movie is put in order, where Ryan is kind of Wade Wilson is kind of narrating the story, where how he got his powers, and with the whole thing with his girlfriend Annika. It's just something you've never really seen before in a superhero movie, nonetheless. I mean, Deadpool's a love story. It's not your typical superhero movie like Logan. Kind of is your typical superhero movie, but Deadpool kind of breaks the mold at every single point of the movie, and that's it.
Okay, sounds good. And Sean, you get the final word and your rebuttal to
Oh,
Hound
man,
to what
this,
Hound said.
this is gonna be fucking easy. All right, one, and this is gonna be in film terms. Black and white filters are purposely made for a reason to create a different feeling. Black and white makes the brain see sadness rather than color. Black and white makes a somber feel of the movie. It's at the abstract of all colors that destroys whatever happiness or excitement you feel. You feel a more darker tone. The mind gets lower and more and feels more tense when you see black and white. And I know this because, buddy, I studied film, and also uh, Deadpool is not the only reason that Logan was made. Logan was going to be made either way. Yes, Deadpool being rated R and having good success made Logan rated R, and that's good because we got a better movie. And Logan is not the typical superhero. I mean, scratch that. Logan. Oh wait, no, that is right. Logan is not a typical superhero movie, like you said. A typical superhero movie is, let's say, like a Dark Knight movie, uh, bad guy is taking over. Good guy tries to fight. Good guy defeats evil. Logan is a movie where, yes, the good did defeat evil, but the evil defeated the good, and the evil took over and caused chaos throughout the good. It dominated most of the movie until good got the upper edge, but then continued dominating. Deadpool, good, evil dominated, but then good completely dominated and won. So it's a way different take of a superhero movie. No superhero movie has scenes where you were sitting at a dinner table eating dinner and discussing, like, and just talking. That never happens. Just like Patrick Stewart said, it's one of the most unique superhero movies ever. And Ryan Reynolds is not the only person who personifies the superhero, but Hugh Jackman, who played the hero way longer than Ryan Reynolds, made Wolverine who Wolverine is now. Just like Robert Downey Jr. made Iron Man. Nobody can replace Iron Man after that. And Hugh Jackman, yeah, they're going to replace Wolverine, but nobody can top what Hugh Jackman did, because when you look at Hugh Jackman, that's Wolverine. And let me just look at my notes. Yeah, Deadpool is a great movie. I'm not gonna lie, I love one of my favorite movies. Has plenty of jokes and stuff, but you're comparing two different things: an action comedy versus a legit drama action, where they do have jokes, but they're very overshadowed by the grit and the violence and the in depth and the story that is taken in. Logan has a way better story than Deadpool too. I mean, than Deadpool. Logan has a story of a man who lived for hundreds of years, who's finally starting to wither and tear, and his powers are fading, and he doesn't care anymore. He only cares about Charles and Caliban, I guess, and getting them out of harm's way, so they can live in the water in case Charles has another seizure. He doesn't hurt anyone, and then he comes across his daughter, and he needs to make the uttermost choice of saving someone else that he doesn't know, and becoming the hero. Deadpool is an origin story about a guy who has cancer, gets powers, learns to overcome with them, and defeats the evil that made him that. Two different movies, apples to oranges. Logan creates more of the phenomenal story, and it puts into place the phenomenal acting, the violence, and the editing in this movie. It just, for a film perspective, is just beautiful. And also, one more thing: when you say black and white, it's just a filter and doesn't make any sense that it would make you feel anything, that is 100% wrong, because filters are purposely made to make things feel differently. When you have a no filter, it's how it is. When you add a lighter filter, it's to create more of a brightness in it. When the black and white creates more of the somber feel, and the black and white cut is made for the somber feel. Done.
All right, thank you for that. So let's start the voting process. Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. All right, Tyler, who are you voting for?
All right. I'm just gonna say a big reasoning for why I'm choosing this person is the whole black and white thing. I own Logan on Blu-ray. I have the black and white version, and let me tell you, yeah, it makes the movie a lot, like, not better, but it definitely changes the tone. Like Shawn was saying, it makes him more darker. Everything he was saying. So basically, I just kind of said it there. I'm gonna go with Shawn. I just feel like, look, Shawn's last few points. Sorry, Shawn's last few points was at Deadpool. It's kind of like the an origin story, which has a good guy versus a bad guy, and Logan has just a beautiful story, and it just wraps up this great character that Hugh Jackman has played for I don't know how many years it was at the time, like 15,
17,
16, 17. I don't know. But a big part about it too is that just the story in Logan was better than the comedy, the story in Deadpool 2, I guess, or Deadpool 1, I guess. I just feel like Logan's story, it wraps up Hugh Jackman's Wolverine so well. So I'm gonna go with Shawn.
Sounds good. All right, one vote for Shawn. All right. And Ziggler, who do you vote?
I mean, in the first round, it was obviously to Shawn, but then in the second round during the rebuttals, Hound definitely did make a turnover. He definitely turned it around, and then Shawn also was kind of getting too caught up in the noir and the black and white, and I know it's we were just talking about the movie, not talking about the special edition. The noir wasn't even in theaters, so I was I thought we were talking about theatrical. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
I know, but you were still too. I believe you were still too hung up on that. And Hound was hung up on that too, talking about the noir feel and that's not even in the original cut. It's beautiful, yes, but it's not even in the original cut. But I believe Shawn did say more about his reasoning, and that's why he's a champion.
Big wet kiss to you, babes.
I will reject that.
So your vote is for Shawn?
Yeah, my vote is to Shawn.
Okay, so my vote pretty much doesn't matter, but I actually voted for Shawn too. I think Hound started pretty strong actually. I thought this was going to be an upset, but I think that black and white comparison kind of threw me off. And I do agree with Shawn when he says this Logan is such a unique movie and wraps up the character in such a beautiful way.
You think Hound started? I think Hound started off kind of weak, but then the second round he ended strong.
No, I don't. I think when he started trashing the black and white, it didn't make it.
Yeah, that.
Okay, yeah.
When
he said Logan is just a fine movie at best, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's
I
kind
said
of
that for
the rebuttal
I
kind of
said
messed
that
it up.
for the because I had to trash the movie, right?
Well, you have to trash the movie based on facts.
The movie you're comparing.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, Shawn didn't trash the movie. He
I
called
literally said
Deadpool
was one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, one of his favorite movies.
Well, yeah, but yeah, it's a 3-0. It's a 3-0 sweep, man. Sorry.
Oof.
So
4-0 if you count Cam's little message there.
What is Cam's message? Sorry.
He said Logan because of the story.
Oh yeah, so that's 4-0.
Also, Shawn moves up to 3-0.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is a streak bigger than Undertaker's at
So will it be a rematch in the semifinals between Hound and
or
Shawn?
maybe a new matchup?
Yep. Shit.
Between me and Shawn, we'll see. But yeah, still your champion, Shawn. Father Suplex and the co-founder.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
When you bring film terms into this, I will wipe the floor.
True.
Duly noted. All right, thanks. Anybody
I
who
want to
tuned in for
rewatch
this
the
impromptu
Noir version.
episode?
Now I actually want to rewatch Logan again.
I want to watch the black and white again.
2017. So
yeah.
Oof.
What is it?
All
I
right.
don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay.